Hey, how do you doodly do? In this episode, I sit down and talk to Rolf, the leader of In the Same Boat, about their operations and the challenges they face cleaning the archipelago from plastic waste. Please give this video a like and leave a comment down below. Subscribing and hitting that notification bell is also a great way to support this channel, and at the same time you make sure you don't miss out on future updates. Now, come along! Yes, I'm sitting here in the boat with Rolf, and you're one of the captains on this project that is called In the Same Boat.
Yes, that's right.
And one of the co-founders?
Yeah, one of the three guys who founded it in 2017.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about your project? What do you guys do?
Well, the main purpose of our operations are to clean as much garbage as possible from the coastline, but also to communicate about the problem, to tell people about the plastic in the ocean and how it affects the life in the ocean and also humans. And our methods for cleaning is a combination of professional tools and methods like these boats and long-time volunteering. So all the guys who is actually picking the plastics is mostly young adults from all over the world that travel to Norway to help us. So they pay the travel themselves, but they stay for free in our boats and they eat for free. And then they have to work 30 hours per week. But most of them work a lot more than that. So they really want to do as much as possible.
Yeah. Isn't that strange that we are calling for volunteers all over the world to come pick plastic in Norway when we look upon ourselves as someone who's trying to save the world in many matters?
Yeah, but I think you are not motivated to pick in your own backyard or in your house. That's boring. They come here and the kind of the payment they get is to experience the most beautiful coastline in the world. Yeah. So you can look at it another way.
It's an adventure for them as well.
It's an adventure, of course. And if they were supposed to have the same experiences on a holiday, they would have to pay extremely a high price to get it. So you can look at it that way. But of course, they are motivated to do as much as possible. And we have had some Norwegians here as well. But most of our volunteers are from Europe and also other parts of the world.
Now we have one girl that is half American, half Norwegian. We have a lot of French guys and German. Yeah.
It's, I think almost 40% of our applications come from people in Germany and France. That's the top, the countries that are most interested in Norway.
And you also had a Czech girl here now, and any other nationalities?
We have had people from Australia, from different countries in Asia, from the Middle East. So we have a lot of guys from USA. So there are people from all over the world, but it's more complex if you are traveling from outside EU. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. My first experience with plastic in the ocean that I became aware of the problem, because I've heard of this problem in the media for a long time, but it was actually when I was sailing down to Morocco. And in the ocean, closer you got to Morocco, the more plastic you could see in the ocean, and on the beaches there was a lot of plastic. And then you came up on land and there was plastic waste everywhere too. And I've heard that we had some plastic issues in Norway, but I was expecting that was plastic that followed the Gulf Stream. But you guys say that 70% of everything you can identify comes from the close areas around us.
The latest report about it say that 77% of the identifiable plastics are local from Norway, and almost 80% is from the fishing industry. So it's local, and it's our industries, the big industries of Norway, that actually make the pollution.
But you say it's from the fishing industry. Does that mean that they're dumping plastic, or is this falling into the ocean by accident?
Well, the stuff that makes the most heavy loads, like big fishing nets, big ropes, and all that stuff, a lot of that is lost by accident. You don't want to lose a 100,000 crowns troll net.
No.
It's expensive shit, and they don't want to lose it. So it's a combination. A lot of the small stuff is like by accident. You're cutting some ropes and it goes with the wind, or only like maybe 10 years ago, it was common to throw away your plastics, your trash in the ocean. Yeah. The ocean was like a big trash can. But the latest years, I think everyone has been becoming better to take care of their trash, and they know that it doesn't belong in the ocean.
Yeah, because you said that when we talked off camera before, you said that you were trying to identify some of the plastic, and you can see that there was less plastic from young age and more plastic that was older and has been in the nature for a long time.
That's true. We have been making analysis of some special products, and we can see that we find a lot more of the old stuff than the new stuff. It's products with a date mark, so it's really easy to see that.
So there is hope for the future.
There is really hope for the future, but I think we will have to clean the beaches in many years ahead, both to take care of the old trash, but also as long as we use that much plastic, some of it will end up in the ocean.
Yeah. Another interesting thing you told me before is that many of these smaller fishing boats, they don't have means to handle their plastic waste.
Yeah, that's true. There's many places, like the Norwegian law says that every harbor should have a way to take the waste from the boats, but they don't. So then the fishermen and other people that are on the sea, they have to go long distances to be able to get rid of the waste in a good way, and sometimes they also have to pay. So then you have to use a day more, and you have to pay. So then it's easier to burn it or dispose it on a legal way. So we have to improve the systems. Also, it's not only, we cannot just say that it's everyone's others' fault. It's everyone's interest and everyone's responsibility to try to change the systems and how we treat plastics.
But you are a volunteer organization. Your skippers are being paid, but all the rest of the crew is working for free. And you have to collect all this money, and you say that founding this is more difficult than doing the practical work. Yeah,
the practical work is just a big joy to do it. but there's a lot of resistance in the surroundings. It's hard to get funding. And some organizations even try to stop us because they don't like what we're doing, because everything is a fight about money. So some organization thinks that, okay, we are good at what we're doing, we may be a threat for their income, and then they fight us. That's how it works in this world. So in the end, it's not the environment that is the most important, it is the money. Yeah, yeah, that's true. For us, of course, we have only one purpose, and that is to clean as much as possible. But we can see that even other environmental organizations are based on earning money more than actually trying to solve problems. We have just been flying the drone over the pile of plastic that you've been picking. How long did it take to collect all this plastic? I think we have been picking maybe 7 or 8 days. We have had some days with 12 people. Yeah. So we have been here for 2 weeks, but we had some days off due to bad weather. Yeah. So I think we've been out for 7 days, maybe 8 days. Yes. Yeah. And how much plastic do you think is in that pile in there? How many tons? It's probably somewhere around 20 tons. 20 tons. Yeah.
And even if you're a volunteer organization and these guys don't get paid, you also have to pay to deliver this plastic.
Yeah, we have to pay. There is no standardized system for delivering plastic like this.
So you have to order trucks to come here to pick this up. You need maybe 3 truckloads for this?
Yeah, something like that. So we have to pay for the trucks, and we also have to pay a fee to
per
deliver.
kilo.
Per kilo, yes.
How much is this fee per kilo?
It's about 3 crowns per kilo.
Yeah. So if you have 20 tons there.
Yeah, we will have to pay 60,000 to get rid of it, and then for the transport. So I guess the total cost of getting rid of this is somewhere around 150,000 crowns.
Yeah. So you are actually, these guys are actually paying. They're collecting money, and they have to pay to get rid of the hard work you're done.
Yeah, that's true. But,
That's crazy. That's something for Norwegian politicians to wake up, because we, as Norwegian, we have this feeling that Norwegian politicians are gonna save the world everywhere, but they don't look in their own backyard.
No, they don't, because of course there's a cost there, and someone has to pay. In the end, it's the taxpayers, but it should be the big industries that has made the pollution. Or you can think of it another way. Think about the like Coca-Cola or Orkla, who make the ketchup bottles. They have made billions of their products. Why couldn't they take a small part of this to actually pay the environmental cost of their product? It's not much you need to make a difference. But yeah, there's no will to do that.
Yeah, and if I understand you correctly, you're not on a vendetta against plastic, because you are using plastic products too, and so this is not a vendetta against plastic, but it's how it's treated and not being collected.
We are to keep the world running as we do it today. We need the plastics for so many things. It's in our clothes, it's in our cars, boats, vehicles, it's in our houses. We need the water to be able to transport energy and food, packaging. We are really dependent on the plastics, but we have to find new ways of treating it to prevent it from going in the ocean.
And there you brought up another thing that I wanted to talk about, because you told me also off camera that you had done certain tests with fleece jackets and with other clothes that were using fabrics made of plastic. And what were your findings?
Fleece. It's well known that fleece clothing makes microplastics in the washing machine, but there's no difference. If you wash your ordinary clothes, they make just as much microplastics as fleece, and most of your clothes are made of plastics or colored by plastics and other chemicals. So every time you wash your clothes, you are actually polluting the ocean. There's no method of taking these small fibers out of the sour that goes into the ocean. And if they take it out, it ends up like on the fields anyway, and then goes out with the next rainstorm. So when you wash your clothes, you're actually polluting the ocean.
And microplastic is even worse than the plastic that we're picking, that we can see.
Yeah, in a way, because it is everywhere. It's in our tap water, it's in the food you buy in the store, it's in your body, it's everywhere, and no one knows exactly how it can be dangerous for humans, which diseases and problems we have due to that. We know a little about it, but we need to do more research about that.
Cool. I really learned a lot during just one day when I was out picking some plastic with these guys, and I knew there was a problem. I had no idea it was this huge. It's overwhelming, really.
Yeah, most people don't know. They don't understand because they have not been there. It's quite clean around the area where people are, like on the beaches where people go to play in the weekends. That's mostly clean places. But if you go around the corner, you will find the pollution.
What if somebody wants to come here to help you guys out picking up plastic? Where will I find you?
Well, the best way is to make contact through Facebook or our websites. It's just in the same boat.
In the same boat.
Yeah. And everyone is welcome, but we try to focus on young people. There's a lot of people like 30 plus that have asked to join us, but the young people, the future, they will always go forward.
And also, when these young people come here to work here, they are staying in your sailboats.
Yes.
Yes. So it's tight quarters, and it's a special kind of life.
Yeah, it's a special kind of life. It's staying in a sailboat. You need to be good friends. You can't have a lot of drama because you have nowhere to go. You are small and you are.
There's no privacy.
There's no privacy, and everyone has to accept everyone.
Yeah.
And
how is that working out?
Normally it's working fine because we have, during these 4 years we have been doing this, we have learned how to pick the right people to work in a group like that.
Yeah.
But it's challenging, and everyone is changing when they are in a group like that. They come here with one vision and one mindset, and then they leave with another because you are changing. You have to change to be able to work in a group like that.
You have to adapt.
Yeah, I have to adapt. And I think this sustainability thinking is something that is also becomes more natural in a group like that. We can't produce a lot of waste because then we have nowhere to put it. We can't use too much water because then we are empty. We cannot use too much energy because we don't have that much energy. So being in a group like this is also a kind of a sustainability education. And I hope also they learn more about how to view other people, other opinions, and to be more understandable for different cultures.
What about if people want to support your mission in other ways? What do they do then?
Yeah, it's of course everyone can support us financially, but it's also a lot about networking. The value of someone sharing our message and talking about us is really, really great. So that's the most important, I think, to talk.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Yeah.
Spread awareness. Spread the word.
Good. Thank you very much for having me here and letting me see this. And it was a great experience. It was a lot of fun. It was a little bit of hard work.
Yeah.
But I mostly filmed, so but still, it was really fun to see how you guys worked as a group and the results you made from such small efforts. Really.
Yeah, it was nice to have you, and the fish meal you made for us yesterday was excellent.
Thank you very much. I'm happy about that. Good. Thank you.
Yeah.
A big thank you to everybody who's watching these videos, and a special thank you to all of you patrons, especially my gold supporter, Harvey Engworth. Thank you very much. Bye bye.